guys, so today I'm going to be doing my June wrap-up, wrapping up all the books that I read in the month of June. June, I thought I did really well. However, when I looked on my Goodreads, I realized I only read 10 books in the month of June, which may seem like a lot to some people, but for me, it's actually really quite low. I don't know what happened. It felt like I read a lot of books, but I guess I just didn't. Or maybe I was enjoying the books that I read, that it felt like I read more than I did. I don't know, but I guess let's just get into the books that I did read. So the first book I read was The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. I've got it in this edition like this. It's really pretty. This edition is really gorgeous. What confused me though is I thought it was just going to be The Jungle Book, but it's got The Jungle Book and then it's got other stories in it too. It's also got illustrations. That's a naked boy's butt. Here's another illustration, as you can see. But I really enjoyed the Jungle Book part of the story. However, the other stories in here I didn't really enjoy as much. Some I enjoyed, some I didn't. So I think I rated the Jungle Book a 3 out of 5 stars. Then I read Citizen Girl by Nicole Pramis and Emma McGillen. I picked this book up ages ago at an op shop, as you can see, for like $2. I was really excited to read it because I think these are the people that wrote The Nanny Diaries and I remember enjoying The Nanny Diaries. However, this book was a dismal fail for me. I hated it. I rated it 1 star. This book is very anti-feminism, even though it preaches to be feminist. It's completely not. The characters in here are so stupid and just arrogant and so frustrating that I just wanted to rip my hair out by reading this book. It frustrated me so much and I did not enjoy my time reading it. But I have this thing where unless I truly hate a book, I will finish it. So I finished it and I hated it. Like, you know a book is gonna be bad when the main characters are literally named girl and guy. It's just, no, I don't like it. So after that, I really wanted to read something that I know I would at least semi-enjoy. And so a little while ago, I found this book, you'll see it in my book haul, for like $2 at an op shop. And I used to love the Babysitter Club when I was younger. I used to read all the books. I had like a majority of the books. Like I had 60 plus books of the Babysitters Club. And I got rid of them all when I moved out. However, I really wanted to collect at least one book back because I regretted getting rid of it so much. And that was the Babysitters Club Super Special Number 1, Babysitters on Board. And in this trip they go on a cruise, which I really enjoyed. The main thing I really enjoyed about this book is that they went to Disneyland or Disney World. I can't remember which one. I think it was Disney World from memory actually. And it kind of sparked my love and interest for wanting to go to Disney World even more. This was my first glimpse of what to Disney World could actually be like, you know, because you read about what it was like and read about the rides and everything, and it just made my interest of going to Disney World 10 times more. And obviously because I live in Australia, it was not a possibility for me, so it was like I was experiencing Disney World in a way. So I was super excited to pick this book back up and read it, and surprisingly I still did enjoy my time reading it. I rated this one a 3 out of 5 stars. Obviously when I was younger it would have been like a 5 out of 5 star reading for me. It's written obviously very basic and there are some plots that are just okay, but I still really did enjoy my time reading it and it just really brought back those nostalgic feelings for me. After that I read The Kite Runner by Kelly Hosseini, which I said wrong, I'm so sorry, but I've been meaning to pick up this book for the longest of times. I even borrowed it out from the library ages and ages ago. I never got a chance to read it and so I just returned it. But then I found it at an op shop and I bought it and I finally decided, you know what, I feel like reading something really meaningful, and so I read this book and I really enjoyed this one. It starts off in the 1970s in Afghanistan and it's about a friendship about these 2 boys, but then something happens on the day of the kite race and everything changes, and it kind of follows one boy as he grows up and looks back on their past and everything, and it's just a really meaningful and heartbreaking but heartwarming story about friendship and love and poverty and war. And I really enjoyed this one. Apparently there's a movie of it, so I really want to watch the movie and see how the movie compares to the book because I really enjoyed this one and I rated it a 4 out of 5 stars. After that I read Me Before You by Jojo Mose. I borrowed this book from Alex, my friend here on BookTube, and I really enjoyed it. I rated it a 4 out of 5 stars, so it wasn't a 5 out of 5 star read for me, which I was totally expecting it to be a 5 out of 5 star, so it was a little bit disappointing in that fact, but I still really enjoyed it. In case for some reason you do not know what this book is about, it is about a girl named Lou who loses her job, and so she finds another job working for a man who is disabled, I believe. And this man is really quite unhappy with his life. He can't do a lot of things. So it's about them coming together and changing each other and their lives forever. It was really good, really sad and heartbreaking too. However, I didn't really cry that much in the end and I totally thought I would. I don't know, it was because I got spoiled on the ending of what it was going to be, so I was expecting it, but I don't know. Like, I was at peace with the ending and I was happy with it, so while it was sad for me, it didn't make me bawl. Normally I'm such a huge crier in books and I expected this one to like kill me with like my tears. I was expecting to drown in them, but I didn't. So that was a little bit of a letdown. I kind of wanted to drown in my tears. That sounds weird. But anyway, I did enjoy this book and I can't wait to see the movie. Mainly because it's got Daddy Brax in it though, who if you're not Australian you won't understand, and even if you are Australian you still might not understand. It's because Daddy Brax is in it, and Daddy Brax is a character who used to be in Home and Away. His name was Brax and he was basically a dad to like all the characters, and so I used to call him Daddy Brax, and I stopped watching Home and Away now, mainly because he left, but he was just my everything, and now he plays one of the characters in it, and I wanna see my Daddy Brax again. Wow, I'm weird. After that I read The Yearbook Committee by Sarah Aberb. Aberb? That's not how you say it, but we're going with it because I really can't pronounce last names today. Like, normally I'm bad, but today I'm just super bad. Anyway, this book is about 5 teenagers who are very different from each other, but are all put together to form a yearbook committee. I've done a review of it, so I'm not going to talk on it too much. The review will be out shortly if it's not out already. I'll leave a link down below or something when it's out. Or you could just subscribe to me and then you'll see it when it comes out. You know, you could do that. Whatever, I'm going to stop self-promoting now because it's weird. This book is kind of like The Breakfast Club in a way. You know, it's got that kind of same premise and scenario. However, I felt like it really stood well on its own and become something even more than that. It had a really sad ending too, and the characters were all really interesting and unique and all had these real issues that felt really developed as characters. I get more into my review, so if you're interested, go check that out. But I really enjoyed this one and I rated it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. After that, I read probably my favorite book of the month, which was Tracy Gravis Graves's On the Island. This book was a fun time. I rated it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's basically about 2 characters. A 30-year-old character named Anna who's been offered a job which seems like the perfect job to go tutor a boy whose name is TJ, who is 17, who has just been really sick the past year. He's had cancer, who's now in remission, and so her job is to be offered to tutor him. He doesn't want to be there, he doesn't want to go, he wants to spend his holiday with his friends and everything and just act like a normal person. And while they're on the plane that is going to take them to the place, just them two, the plane driver, is it? I don't know, we're just gonna say that, has a heart attack and the plane crashes into the ocean and basically he dies, but Anna and TJ live and they get stuck on this island. And as the months and the years go by, it became seemingly obvious that they're gonna have to start fending for themselves. It's a real survival story, but it's also got a bit of a romance, which may be controversial to some people because, like, obviously if you're the only 2 people on an island, even if there is a big age difference, after a while stuff's gonna start happening. So I really enjoyed that aspect of the book, but the main thing I really enjoyed about this book was just the survival aspect of these 2 people stranded on an island and how they survived and lived and everything. I'm not gonna get into spoilers, but I would really recommend this book if it sounds anywhat interesting to you. Even though I explained it horribly, I mean, I really enjoyed it, so pick it up. After that, I read Queen of Hearts by Colleen Oakes. I rated this book a 4 out of 5 stars and I really enjoyed this one. This book is basically an Alice in Wonderland retelling about the Red Queen, who in this world is about to become queen, and she really longs for her father's approval, and she also is in love with one of the boys who works at the stable. But she starts feeling that something's amiss. She starts unraveling this mystery and she starts realizing that maybe everything is not as it seems and maybe she's in actual danger. This is the first book in a series, I believe. I got the first book. I really enjoyed this one. I enjoyed the different retelling of it. I enjoyed how the characters became something. For example, the Mad Hatter in here is her brother who is actually mad and makes hats. Like, there are things like that, and the Cheshire Cat is actually like a character in here. Like, all the characters kind of make sense of how they became that character in Alice in Wonderland, if that was a thing. And I'm not explaining myself very well today. I don't know what's happening. Basically, I really enjoyed this one. I'll do a review on it where I'm actually coherent, so you can check that out if you want to. The last book that I read in the month of June was The View from the Cheap Seats by Neil Gaiman, which is selected non-fiction works. This deals with a series of essays by him, introductions to short stories, other various non-fiction works, and I really enjoyed this one, so much so that it really surprised me. I rated this one a 4 out of 5 stars. I will be coming out with a review for it shortly, but really good. Sometimes Neil Gaiman's non-fiction work can be a little bit of a hit and miss for me, but I really enjoyed this. I found it really meaningful and impactful and insightful and all the full things apparently. And if you really like Neil Gaiman's writing, then I really highly suggest this one. I really enjoyed it. As I said, I rated it a 4 out of 5 stars. So these were the books that I read in the month of June. Thanks for sticking with me if you got this far into this wrap up, because I feel a little bit weird and I feel like it came across in this video. I feel like I wasn't very coherent at all. So if you managed to understand at least one of the books that I talked about, then good on you. I'm gonna go, so like this video if you liked it, subscribe for some reason if you'd like to see more videos of me, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye!